The anime starts off with a little girl running away as the village chief holds a torch saying, "Those possessing no stars shouldn't be allowed to exist in this world." Later on, within a quiet forest, the girl runs around to collect her items, which she has stashed and hidden away. It's clear that she's still in running away from the village chief all by herself. She shoves her items into her magical bag, which sucks it all up into the void to be stored, and afterwards states, by the village, she's an unwanted and cast aside child.
Nobody loves
Therefore, she'll cast aside the village and leave it. The little girl attacks a slime sitting on a plant, but gets sent flying back, almost off a cliff. Almost dying from a slime? It is indeed a skill issue, as she was born with no stars to her skill. That's why the village chief wants her dead. Finding a dumping ground for items, the little girl excitedly rummages through the trash, discovering old health potions, an old map, and clothing. This is the equivalent of dumpster diving at Burger King. She is definitions of down bad in the worst of circumstances. Just then, adventurers looking for the girl make a stop at the dumping site to feed their tamed slimes. She sneakily hides away just as a voice in her head asks if she thinks the slimes are cute, it being the voice of her past life. The adventurers speculate Firmisia, the little girl, is close by since she only has child legs. They've been sent by the head of Latomi village to retrieve Firmisia, dead or alive, and nonetheless take no pity on her. The little girl Firmisia runs away as far as she can, even the next day crossing slime-filled ponds to get as far away from the adventurers. Running away from the acid slimes, Firmisia trips and falls off a cliff. Relatively okay, she does have a scratch on her hand. She takes out a healing potion and pours it over her wound, but since it's old and less effective, she pours another, fully healing herself. Finding a river, Firmisia jumps in, taking a bath for the first time since she started running away. If you right now were to take a cold shower in the dark, that would probably be the most distressing and mind-clearing thing you could ever experience. And similar to that, finding mental clarity from the cold and refreshing river, Firmisia promises herself she won't hesitate and do what needs to be done to survive. Taking out her knife and cutting her hair, she disguises herself as a boy, and with the help of her past life, who was clearly an otaku, casts aside the name of Firmisia, and will now be known as Ivy, the name of a plant that grows even if you step on it. It's also really annoying because it grows really quickly on your walls and shit. Running through a field, Ivy's attention gets caught by an incredibly small slime. Finding it cute, she stops to take a look at it. She looks it up on a travel manual and finds out it's known as the weakest slime. This little guy is the weakest slime. She sympathizes with the slime being the weakest of its kind, with her too being the weakest of her kind. The wind blows a little too hard and the slime gets blown off the leaf it was on. Reading further on it, it's written the slime is so weak it can be killed if the wind blows too— if blowjob or just a simple poke, and their lifespans are short and typically under a day. It's for that reason that they haven't been researched much, and since they're rare, much is unknown about them. It being upside down from the fall, she carefully puts it right side up and decides to stay with the little guy until it disappears, saying she'll protect it. Nighttime rolls in and laying beside the slime states, "The gods make happy people and then make people like them," which can be interpreted as, man, life's not fair. You know, you got rich people and then you got poor people, and we're poor, and man, being poor sucks. In this world, when kids turn 5, they receive skills given to them by the gods. Her father has the processing skill with a 2-star capacity, and her mother has a mending/needlework skill, also with a 2-star capacity. Everyone's futures are decided by the skills and star capacity. When she was 5, she received the taming skill, but with a 0-star capacity, making her unable to even tame the smallest animals, that being the reason she was ousted and sentenced to death. The items she has, she got from a fortune teller who has recently died, leaving her all alone. Ivy sleeps and spends the night with the slime, but when she wakes up, it's not there anymore. This is literally every man's nightmare. You wake up and the chick from last night is just gone, along with your laptop, phone, wallet, and car keys. Ivy begins mourning it, believing it's dead as its life expectancy was under a day. But she tells herself it's okay since she's used to this and used to being alone. Looking through a bag, Ivy pulls out her map with her destination being the royal capital and suddenly finds the slime alive and well. Since it hasn't disappeared, she pulls out her grimoire to cast a tame spell. With her power and stars being 0, she can't even tame small animals, but with the slime itself being weak such as her, maybe it'll work. Ivy passes a magic circle through it and gives it a name, being Sora. The taming worked, and the unwanted cast aside, lonely little girl now has a companion. This anime's name is On a Journey Alone. Leave a like and comment down below if you want to see part 2, and I'll see you in the next one. My name's IWD Recaps. Peace out.